refugees began arriving. An Imperial Guard was created to protect the citizens from the refugees, while we were out in the desert fighting the Coven and their demon spawn. Eventually, they took over.
Have you heard? Emperor Hakan threw his entire court out of the city. They're trapped out here with the rest of us.
There is some justice in this world after all.
Justice? They're a load of pompous fools. But even they don't deserve what's coming tonight.
What happens tonight?
They're wearing jewels worth more than any of us see in a year. And they have to sleep sometime.
Tyrael and I learned that while the Iron Wolves were fighting Magda in the desert, the Emperor replaced them with Imperial guards who bar all from the inner city.
I suspect that the Iron Wolves were sent out to die. Belial has made his move. We must find a way into the city.
As a child, I explored Chaldean while Uncle Deckard studied here. I can get in through the sewers.
Just see that you get out again in one piece.
Be careful. Alcarnus sounds like Magda's trap.
Shudder, child, what is that foul stench?
It's the sewer, sir. That hole goes right into it.
I'm sure our Emperor had his reasons for closing the gates, but how are we expected to sleep scant inches from tunnels packed with filth?
A bit of advice, my lord. If I were you, I would sleep with my back against a wall.
Life in the Borderlands was hard, but we had our dignity. We came here for help, and how do they treat us? Like animals.
The inner city is closed by order of His Eminence, Emperor Hakan II. For now, you must all remain here.
Let us in! We are dying of hunger and thirst. Can't you smell the stench of death?
The Emperor has forsaken us.
Back, or we will force you back.
Your Imperial Guard would let us die here. At least the Iron Wolves try to aid us.
Mention them again, and I will leave your corpse for them to find.
We need to be within the safety of the city walls!
What is happening in the city? Why won't you let me in?
Tilnan has new goods today. Come, you look, you buy! Many of my pieces come straight from the Emperor's own collection. Very valuable. But Tilnan knows you can afford it.
Don't look at me like that. I'm no common thief. I just temporarily mislaid my purse. This store's owner would be proud to let someone like me purchase his vegetables on credit. Were he here.
Alcarnus is being destroyed by the Coven. I've seen people skinned alive.
Many of my banished peers have fled for Lut Gholein. Not I. I shall wait for our Emperor to come to his senses.
Very noble, my lady. So it has nothing to do with the last caravan leaving 10 minutes ago?
What impudence! How dare you even speak to me?
Apologies, my lady. You'd best take up your concerns with the Emperor.
My family. I lost my whole family out there.
Everything I had was in Alcarnus. I am ruined.
All this pain and suffering. This is what happens when you let a child sit on the throne.
If only the Emperor and his guard had gone mad sooner. All these people being locked out of the city has really helped my trade.
Most commoners know Chaldean by reputation, if not direct experience. The trade city has existed for thousands of years, predating even the Mage clan wars. Its neutral stance throughout the following centuries saved it from the destruction that visited the nearby city of Vizjun, and life, along with trade, carried on.
I dig this stuff up, clean it off, and drag it here to sell it. You want any?
This gate leads to Alcarnus. You will need to follow the long road over the canyon bridge and through the Casim outpost. We haven't heard anything from the Iron Wolves in the desert. If you make it to the Casim outpost, seek out Captain David.
Magda will pay for her wickedness.
Take heed, traveler. Cultists guard these desert roads, and they will slay any who pass.
I mean to stop them.
Then you must not go alone. I shall accompany you. There are illusions out there. Mirages to some. But I can see them for what they are. The Coven's foul magic. They will lead you to your death.
I understand, but my death does not lie here.
She looks different than anyone we have seen. Her skin is as soft and smooth as polished ivory, and her eyes, they...
That is not possible.
No reason.
No, I must have a corpse.
Stay back. They're in the rocks.
That is not possible. I must have a corpse.
Just to scare me. Give me a real battle. They will attack.
Be careful. They are very near to us.
Where?
You should never have come. Demons will feast on your bones. I've missed killing these cultists. Come on, then.
That is not possible. I must have a corpse. Who knew that would happen?
I am an enchantress. The ways of magic and illusion are familiar to me. My name is Arena.
Why have you come here?
Well, I am also looking for someone. But here, let me clear the way for
you. Captain, from behind!
Protect the people! Iron Wolf!
If not for you, the Lacuni would have eaten well this day.
Are there more of them ahead?
Even worse. Cultists are casting spells in 2 of their desert lairs to obscure the Black Canyon Bridge.
Let us head north to the Howling Plateau. The cultist magic seems to be emanating from there.
Rathma has blessed me.
There is another illusion here. The cultists tried to hide their footsteps, but their spells are weak and easily countered. If we follow these prints, we can find their lairs and halt the rituals. I will seek out any other traces of their magic.
These enemies defy all reason!
Look! More hidden. This is one of the cultists' lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
The ritual is disrupted!
There should be another ritual at a cellar to the east of here.
They don't...
I owe you my life. Bless you.
Look! More hidden footprints. Look! More hidden footprints. Look! More hidden footprints.
I'm afraid not. I must have a corpse.
I'll be telling stories about that for a while. Those foul cultists have come this way. The bodies of innocents are strewn across the sands. We must make them pay.
I am certain you will. That is not possible. Fear the end.
Mighty adversary is before us.
Weakness consumes you. I require a corpse. I'm afraid not. Make a fine corpse. and rot! You've been arguing with Lyndon again, haven't you?
Our motivations are complete contradictions of one another. I am driven by honor and the good of others. He is driven by greed and a calling that comes from below his.
That is not possible. I must have a corpse.
I will use this.
Must serve the cycle.
More hidden footprints. This is one of the cultist lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
The ritual is
That is not possible.
There. That ought to dispel the Coven's magic. Let us...
Thank goodness.
I'd lost all hope.
Akarat bless you.
It is with some reluctance that I write on the 7 lords of hell, for they are the greatest of the demons, and even whispering their names seems to poison the air around me. They are divided into the lesser evils, Belial.
Tell me, what shall you do when Magda is dead?
Kill the demon lord she serves.
How curious. You must be the one I was meant to find here.
I must have a corpse.
The Lord of Lies is as cunning as he is vile. We'll need to use our wits to defeat him.
I think it is time for you to know my true tale. I am not from Chaldeum. I learned these spells 1,500 years ago. My sisters and I pledged our service to a man of great power. We called him the Prophet. He trained us and placed us in a magical slumber to awaken in this era. I am to prevent the Lords of Hell from invading.
The Prophet? I have not heard of this figure, but your aid is welcome.
It is always wonderful to see you. I practiced so long. For that.
Now, to the Qasim outpost.
You will find it to the north, though it is still some distance away.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
I must say, I'm very fond of this new family I find myself in. But you could be a bit more open about your love for us, you know.
Love?
Oh, don't try to hide it. You act like you just need us for our skills, but we know the real reason you've brought us along with you. Have I ever told you that I knew Shen before he became part of our family here? Oh, he is such a sweet old fool. What a wild love we had for each other. He used to do the most surprising things, if you know what I mean. I could tell you stories that would curl your hair.
I must decline. Has anything changed?
Last time I passed through here was soon after meeting Mira. She wanted to stop and see the city, but I convinced her to travel on. My good memories of Chaldeum feel like I'm watching someone else's life. I'll be glad for us to be gone.
What happened to the rest of your family?
My brother and I were orphans. We only had each other.
So you both turned to thieving?
No. He was a member of the city guard.
Oh, you were constantly at odds then?
Not as much as you might think. Until the end, that is.
I have considered what we discussed, and you are correct. I know little about my past, beyond what my order has told me. But what does it matter? Look what they have done for me. They've turned me into a living weapon, a light against darkness.
You cannot serve well in ignorance. Learn the truth, Cormac.
I wouldn't know how to begin. How do I seek memories that have been taken from me?
Search for clues. Anything you can find that relates to the Templar.
You may be right. I will find a way to take back my memories and exonerate my order. I have thought of a way to retrieve my lost memories, but it is dangerous. I must ask you to promise me something. Should I lapse into my old sins, whatever they may be, you must kill me, as I killed John Dar.
If you insist.
I found a journal on John Dar's corpse, written in an ancient Templar cipher. I can translate it, but it will take some time. Perhaps studying his treachery will give me a clue into my past.
A reasonable plan, but you are still worried.
John Dar was once a man of faith, devoted to the Templar Order. What if he discovered something that made him betray himself? That matters not, for I must do this anyway. It is good to fight with you again.
How long were you looking for me?
Well, it was not very easy to find you. I had to search for days. When I woke up alone, I did not know what had happened. I wrote about it a little. You may read more if you wish. I felt no fear when they sealed the tomb before me, only a sense of peace as my mind drifted away into the darkness. It seems I opened my eyes only seconds later and beheld the chamber in ruins, half buried in sand. I have left everything behind. Only hope guides me now.
How do you remember these lands?
Beautiful cities towered up toward the heavens, but they were full of wickedness. The Vigerai ruled them with will's sharpest stone.
Ah, yes.
They were a great deal more vicious in my age. It pleases me to see that their influence has waned now.
Was your prophet one of them?
Oh no, he meant to punish the Vigerai. They were the first to summon demons into this land. we will stand together against the shadows.
I must have a cause.
Possible.
A foulness hangs in the air. We must be getting closer.
I cannot do that.
Serve me!
I must have a cause.
For once, the cultists are not using an illusion. The way is blocked. I must go through the casino outpost to the west. That is a powerful foe over there.
No. I cannot do that.
Weakness consumes you.
This is well crafted.
I cannot do that. I require a corpse for that. All must serve the cycle.
Belial, Lord of Lies, is the most elusive of the 7 evils, and is a master of deceit. It is said that he manipulated Asmodan into revolt against the prime evils. This began the Burning Hell's civil war, which ended with the dark exile of the prime evils to our mortal realm.
No. require a corpse for that.
If you insist.
I've spent months searching these deserts for the Rignar idol. It is here, in these ruins. I know it. I've survived starvation, dehydration, cultists, demons. But this place is too much for me. You look like you could help me find it. I've come too close. I can't fail now.
I'll help, though you do not deserve it. These abominations must die!
some kind of magical device. It must have been destroyed along with its master.
Good thing I found. Don't let them get me! I never thought I'd become a treasure hunter, but I also never thought my family's fortunes would sink so low. Yesterday, I heard a nobleman asking about the Rignar idol, an artifact that belonged to the great mage Zoltan Kuhl. If I can retrieve it, my family will never go hungry again.
I will use this.
The idol! We found it! It was all worth it. Everything!
Do not be hasty. Everything has a price.
Now that it is at hand, I find myself filled with trepidation. Would you take it for me? What was that? He almost died. If you weren't here...
I know the ways of death, but you do not. Return to Caldeum.
Perhaps you're right. Thanks for helping me retrieve the idol, and for saving my life.
It is too quiet.
Captain of the Guard, you are hereby ordered to send a band of your most loyal men to secure the Qasim outpost. Control of the city hangs by a thread. The commoners are becoming restless, and it is imperative that we subdue them. Remain vigilant, for there may already be an outsider within our borders looking to stir up trouble.
We've been safe ever since the Imperial Guard came.
Most commoners know Chaldean by reputation, if not direct experience. The trade city has existed for thousands.
Captain of the Guard, you are hereby ordered to send a band of your...
The Dune Thresher is an elusive being with a tremendous capacity for bloodshed. It lurks beneath the sands, rising up to seize prey in its jaws and rend the body until it is but sinew and gore. I once saw a Thresher in the flesh, and it rather disagreed with my constitution.
If you need a place to camp until the gates are open, there is room in our cellars, safe from the desert heat.
The Imperial Guard will keep us safe.
I need you to open the gate.
You must be mad. But if you're intent on rushing headlong to your death, talk to Captain David down in the command post. He's got the gate key.
Here you are, delivered unto me as a sacrifice, a gift from Lord Belial.
Or he's setting you up to fail.
No! He would never betray me! Strike her down!
You never learn.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial. Iron Wolves, take back the town!
The Imperial Guard was infiltrated by demons?
The demons came disguised as members of the Imperial Guard.
I wonder what happened to my son.
Magnificent.
Did Magda go to Alcarnus?
Yes, we've heard rumors of a horrible slaughter there.
Then I'll be on my way. It cannot be far. I must have a call. That is not possible. I cannot do that. No. I'm afraid not. No.
The Valrus manuscript lists Asmodan as the best battlefield commander of all demons, having defeated the angels many times in the eternal conflict across Pandemonium and the prime evils in the demonic civil war. If the Lord of Sin ever assaults our realm, we truly have much to fear.
I'm afraid not. That is not possible. No.
Evil has always been drawn to these lands.
No. I cannot do that. Well met, Master Meton. What have you discovered here?
Powerful spirits haunt these ruins. I was not strong enough to defeat them, but I was able to trap them. I fear the coven that invades the region will try to use the spirits for their nefarious purposes. But if you dare, you can try to put them to rest. Activate the totems to release the spirits, and be prepared to fight. Can you hear their angry voices? Still more remain.
One more left. The dead are insidious, my friend. Do not forget that.
Pacified the spirits. Master Meton will be pleased.
The voices fade. The spirits in this place are calm. The howling of the spirits lessens. You have put them to rest. Wait. Listen. The coven! We have denied the coven, but I fear they will find other, darker powers to exploit. Thank you, and go with the blessings of Rathma.
My insight grows.
2 decades ago, my mentor faced the forces of evil and emerged victorious. I cannot hope to surpass his achievements, but I will try to bring balance to the raging forces that threaten to tear the world asunder in these days. The spirits are restless near Caldeum. I must quiet them.
I owe you everything.
It is over now.
The gods have answered my prayers.
Put this place behind you.
Help us! You can't leave us here!
Of course not. I shall free you. I need to go back. You and your brother chose different paths.
We're not much alike, really. He was always dependable and practical. A complete bore, I'd say.
And you committed yourself to a life of crime.
Hardly. I was just amusing myself with the Thieves' Guild. It was nothing serious.
Your brother had no objections?
That may have been serious.
They will run when they see us.
Did the Prophet foresee everything?
I did not expect you to keep company with a seraph.
Tyrael.
I knew what he was the instant I beheld him, but being in his presence makes me quite nervous.
He is our ally.
We do not deserve it. Tyrael sacrificed all he knew to aid us. I hope it is worthwhile.
Lead the way to glory.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
No.
I must escape. It is over now. Rest easy.
No.
My favorite.
This hero means to attack you in Alcarnus. If I were you, I would set a trap at the Kasim outpost. But I am not you. For all I know, you wish to fail me again and force me to kill you. That would grieve me, though somehow I think I could manage it.
I'm afraid not.
Magda, such sad tales have reached me of your truly abysmal failure to stop the enemy at the Kasim outpost. But at least the enemy's spy has been found. Once we eliminate her and her allies, this obnoxious little world will fall to me, and perhaps you, if you survive.
That is not possible.
Another sunset, and Alcarnus is still safe from the sudden madness that plagues Caldeum. Though we are seeing an influx of hooded pilgrims for some Zakarum holy day, the demons out there are keeping their distance. I will double the guard at the gate. We must not be unprepared if our luck turns.
The moment of your death draws near.
It matters not. While you hunted me, Belial's Imperial Guard captured your little witch Leah. Soon, her power shall be his!
I must wait.
She was consumed by shadow. It pains me to see it.
Returning to town. Caldeum is still in peril. Before she died, Magda revealed that Belial's treachery goes even deeper than we suspected. How did you meet your wife?
It's actually quite a tale. We met in a town not far from here on the outskirts of Curast. She was... well, you're not going to believe it. She was locked in a cage.
Your wife was a criminal?
No! They were going to burn her as a witch.
That is a crime here, isn't it?
Let's talk about this another time.
I have translated a strange passage from Jondar's journal. Long before he began serving Magda, he found a set of what he called key words hidden in a dusty librum. He writes that when he read these words, memories from his past returned to torment him. It was at that point that he began to mistrust the Order, though he did not say why. I am prepared to look upon these words and risk my soul. But I want you to understand something. I know I may die at any time. When I do, it must be without a single doubt that I am serving the light.
You risk more by delaying.
Thank you, my friend. But please, remember your promise. Let us seek honor together, my friend.
May the gods who abandoned us come to your...
Come here. Got some new stuff.
I killed Magda. While we fought, she claimed that Belial used the Imperial Guard to capture Leah.
Then they must be holding the Emperor against his will. I tremble to think what Belial might do with Leah and her growing power. The only chance we have to rescue Leah is to wrest the Emperor from the grasp of the Imperial Guard.
We need to get into the city. Ashira might be able to help. Do you remember your time as an angel?
Not just any angel. I was the Archangel of Justice. My fall awoke the vengeful dead who were slain unjustly during Diablo's reign of terror. There was nothing I could do. As my power left my body, I had absolutely no control over it. Caldeum is the greatest city in the world, the seat of the Empire of Kyrgyzstan.
So they say.
Its libraries overflow with undeciphered tomes of arcane knowledge. Its streets cover labyrinthine tunnels. It is a city of wonder and mystery. I do not know how these refugees persevere. Their situation is dire, and it seems there is little hope for them. Where do they find the strength to carry on?
Their hearts possess the will to survive.
The human spirit never ceases to amaze me. I feel Belial in the very air. I see his shadow behind haunted eyes, hear his voice whispering lies on the wind. He need not bring an army to this city. It is his already.
My people are shunned many places, but we were always welcomed in Caldeum. Something must be very wrong, that they won't even let their own people into the city now.
But what is it? You must tell me everything.
Is that any way to speak to me? And you don't need visions to see that Belial is in control of the city. The question is how?
Let us seek our fortunes together.
Damius, is that you? What happened?
Thieving peasants. They came while I was sleeping, pinned me down, and cut off my robes and jewelry.
I'm so sorry, my friend. Come, stay with me. I am sharing a tent with a fine and generous family.
Oh no, I'm staying where the guards are. You wait and see. That peasant family is going to slit your throat and rub your corpse.
I've dug up some new things for you to take a look at.
These are no random demons summoned by some power mad sorceress.
Tilnan has new goods today. Come, you look, you buy.
Captain Ravan, the conditions out here are deplorable. Something must be done to aid these people.
There must have been some mistake. I am a favored member of the Emperor's court.
Ashira, the Emperor is in danger. I need to speak with him.
I heard what you did at Qasim Outpost in Alcarnas. You have my thanks, and you shall have my help. Captain Ravan, this woman has vital information regarding the massacre in the borderlands. We must see the Emperor at once.
Very well, but I don't think you'll find him receptive. Let them pass!
Let's go. I'll lead you to the palace.
You are bold to have sought this audience with me. My guards tell me you were responsible for the massacre of innocent villagers in Alcarnas.
Your guards lied.
If you are innocent, then why do you have spies skulking through my sewers? Bring her in!
Let me go!
I detest violence. Guards, I leave this matter in your hands.
I'm afraid not.
I knew you'd come for me.
You are quite the optimist.
Get out of here. I will cover your escape.
Thank you. Now we need to get to the sewers. I'll explain why when we get there.
I cannot do that.
We have done it. These demons are blocking our way. We must destroy their summoning construct.
I cannot do that.
There has to be a way into the sewers from here.
That is not possible.
This leads to the sewers. I found my mother Adria. She's alive. But the Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here.
We must reach her.
So Magda was telling the truth. Somehow I knew my mother was alive. I always knew it.
But there is still a reason she never reunited with her.
We finished them off.
I cannot do that.
Strange magic radiates from these foes. A mighty foe has fallen.
I cannot do that.
Andrea should be up here.
Exemplary servants. Keep the witch alive until she talks. Pain, loose her tongue, but only to a point. Remember what happened with the vizier's assistant? It was a pleasurable time, I admit. But the man had only incoherent babble and bloody strands of pus spitting from his lips by the end. us about the Black Soul Stone? We know of the 3 that the Horadrim used to trap the Primevals. What is the purpose of this one?
Your master Belial has good reason to fear it.
Leave her alone!
Seize them!
No.
These deserts are so empty.
Is that strange to you?
No.
Leah, my daughter.
You know who I am?
My darling, I've watched over you all your life, but I never dared get close because of the danger that always shadows me.
Speaking of which, let's get moving.
I got some new things. You should take a look.
Those you've chosen to fight alongside you are an interesting bunch. Children after my own heart, flawed in such interesting ways. Irena, you are quite vivacious for one with such a burden. Cormac has certainly noticed. Oh, don't pretend you haven't seen him looking at you. He'd best keep his vows in mind. Or maybe he shouldn't. And that Lyndon, he makes me laugh. He can warm my bed any night. Reminds me of my second husband, he does.
What happened to your brother?
Nothing you'd want to hear.
I have heard a lot. I could probably help.
And then what? I suppose you'll make it all right. You'll fix it up just like another one of your little errands. Some things aren't that easy.
I will respect your privacy.
God, you're so noble about it too. Spare me. If there's treasure to be had, then I'm in.
Your mind is always wandering.
It is merely the consequence of seeing readily visible. I have accepted it.
Being unusual has its strengths.
Then you have my thanks. Although, perhaps you are right. I feel as though part of me still sleeps in a faraway realm.
It could be a lingering effect of the spell.
That would be nice. But the feeling I have indicates that it is more unpleasant and complicated than that. Let us fight this evil together.
I heard that you were there 20 years ago when Mount Ariat was destroyed.
Baal, the Lord of Destruction, sought to enslave mankind to the power of hell by corrupting the sacred World Stone. Unthinkable though it was, I was forced to destroy it.
But there were consequences.
Understand, friend, that entire worlds burned as heaven and hell fought over the World Stone. Ariat's destruction was regrettable. And, believe me, I paid a high cost as well.
I'm surprised he's gone now. Then it's fate that we have been reunited. Kane's work, your work, is my war.
According to the Herodric texts, Only 2 evils remain. Belial is here in Chaldeum, and Azmodan has yet to reveal himself.
What happened when you destroyed the World Stone?
The resultant explosion dispersed the light and harmony of my angelic being. Without form or shape, I restored myself within the realm of pandemonium. It took me 20 of your years, but finally, I returned home to the high heavens.
Did your brethren understand?
Hardly. Believing my actions had endangered creation, the Angiras Council put me, the Archangel of Justice, on trial. I knew then that heaven was doomed, unless I could enlist the aid of mankind against the coming onslaught of hell.
This Adria, I sense dark things about her. She is not averse to using whatever means necessary to destroy Azmodan and Belial. She will use the Black Soulstone, no matter what the cost.
We have no alternative.
Some costs may prove too high, even for you. I worry about Leah. How is she?
I don't know. Why?
Oh, no reason. She just needs someone looking out for her. This Zoltan Kuhl sounds like an untrustworthy fellow. You don't have your head separated from your body for no good reason.
Corpses take many forms. We need this one for the Soul Stone.
Well, if you must. But I don't trust any of those ancient sorcerer types. Always up to no good.
How did you rescue your wife?
I broke her out in the middle of the night and we escaped. They didn't chase us far. I guess they were glad to see her go.
You did not fear her, even given the accusations?
She wasn't a witch. She was a mystic. Though we didn't find that out for a time. Not until we started traveling with the veteran wagon train. But that's a story for another time.
Leah still adores you, even though you left her behind.
What? No, I never saw it that way. She grew up in safety, while I risked my life to find the key to our salvation. It was the sacrifice that I had to make. In any case, Leah will meet her full potential under my guidance. Do you not have things to do?
How well did you know Cain?
For a time, during the darkening of Tristram, we spent many nights in the Tavern of the Rising Sun, discussing his heraldic texts and the varied arcana I'd collected during my travels.
Did you meet again?
Only from afar. From time to time our paths would cross, and I would catch glimpses of Leah as she grew. It broke my heart that I could not reveal myself and raise her as my own.
How did the guards capture you?
I was trying to steal out of the city. I'd returned to gather some things before setting out to recover Zoltan Kuhl's head, and the guards found me.
The guards were asking you about this Black Soulstone. I remember reading about it in Uncle's journal, but it didn't seem important.
No, but it is. It is the key to defeating evil forever. It was created by the mage Zoltan Kuhl to trap demonic souls.
Yes, he was a renegade Haradrim, dismembered by his brethren before he could activate the Soulstone. His head was sealed away in the Dogger Oasis.
We must retrieve it, because if we're to use the Soulstone to defeat Belial and Azmodan, Zoltan Kuhl must live again.
I have a new ally. The witch, Adria. She believes that the Black Soulstone will allow us to defeat the Lords of Hell. But this remains to be seen.
300 years ago, I selected Kul and 6 others to form the Horadrim. He was a great man who was driven mad by his long quest to hunt evil.
He is not the first. What did he do?
He delved into powers not meant for man, trying to fashion an artifact that could fill his empty heart with the souls of angels and demons. The Horadrim had no choice but to slay him. The Order never recovered.
I don't like dealing with Kul any better than you do, but I see no other way. If Adria says we must, then we must. Uncle Deckard trusted her, and so will I.
Zoltan Kul, a legend. There is no doubt in my mind he is as powerful as the stories say. But for every bit of his genius, he was surely mad. He was obsessed with immortality and power.
A madman. We would do better to leave him asleep in the desert than to call on him for aid.
You have a better idea.
I do not. It is merely a warning.
Murderer, torturer, monster. These were the titles bestowed upon Zoltan Kul by the Horadrim. Though it cost them dearly, they killed the wizard for his crimes against nature and sealed his broken corpse within a shadow realm. It seems they were afraid he might return.
Aha! I knew you'd need my help!
After what I've heard of him, I'd prefer not to become involved with this Zoltan Kul.
It will be dangerous, but you have faced great peril before. If Belial and Azmodan invade, you will have much more to worry about than a dismembered wizard.
It's disgusting. I've seen that woman going in and out of the sewers.
You never can tell with those types.
I think we may have a visitor up ahead.
Diablo was the youngest of the prime evils, but I found him the most dangerous, for his power over Terra left him incapable of feeling fear. Though he had easily possessed and corrupted many humans, Diablo's essence was finally trapped in a soul stone and banished to the unfathomable abyss 20 years ago.
Listen to me. I cannot talk for long. Belial's guards are constantly watching me.
Are they?
Forgive me for my behavior at court. The gods would have killed me had I sided with you. But I will help you now as I can. You must be headed to the oasis. I can open this gate for you.
You must act. Retake control of your city.
There's little I can do. Between my advisors and the Imperial Guard, my every move and action are controlled. I have tried to fight back, but Belial's influence is strong. But now you've given me a chance. Perhaps my only chance.
How can you aid me if you are being watched?
You're here to kill Belial, aren't you? I can help.
But you have no power.
I can still fight in my own way. I want my empire back. I will find where Belial is hiding and deliver him to you.
You've already proved yourself untrustworthy.
I told you it was not my choice. My every move is controlled and I'm surrounded by enemies. But I swear to you, I will help you. I will prove it to you.